Hi, I'm attorney Jeremy Huss. Can the police search a cell phone without a warrant? The answer to that question is no, unless two specific exceptions exist, which we are about to talk about. Now, the police may seize or take a person's cell phone without a warrant, as long as the law enforcement officer can articulate reasonable suspicion that criminal activity is afoot. However, with very limited exception, the police may not search through a cell phone without obtaining a search warrant first. The Fourth Amendment to the United States Constitution protects individuals from unreasonable searches. Law enforcement must establish and swear to probable cause in a search warrant affidavit to obtain the warrant and ultimately be able to search through the contents and data of a cell phone. Probable cause is a reasonable belief that a crime has occurred or is occurring. This probable cause requirement protects all Americans from presumptively unreasonable warrantless searches of property, such as cell phones. However, as mentioned, two exceptions to the warrant requirement for cell phone searches do exist. First, police do not need a warrant to search a cell phone if a person with authority consents to the search. This is one of the biggest mistakes people under investigation make. A person is never required to consent to a law enforcement search, and a refusal to allow a search does not give law enforcement cause to then search. In almost every situation, it is in a person's best interest to deny law enforcement's request for consent to search anything, especially a cell phone which may contain all of a person's private information. A second exception to the warrant requirement for a cell phone search is if exigent circumstances are present that allow the police to search the phone without a warrant. An exigent circumstance may exist if police think the data could be lost through remote wiping, or if the police think that an immediate search of the phone would prevent an imminent danger or crime. However, all warrantless searches are presumptively unreasonable. Because of this, the police and the state must be able to justify their actions if they choose to search a cell phone without a warrant. All issues contesting a warrantless search must be timely filed and properly framed in a pretrial motion to suppress. If the trial court agrees and finds the warrantless search of the cell phone was not justified and a warrant was required, any evidence law enforcement collected off the phone would be suppressed as a fruit of the poisonous tree. Simply put, this means the evidence found to be obtained unreasonably would not be admissible at trial. A final issue that may come up with police searches of cell phones concerns law enforcement's ability to bypass passcode protected phones. Police can subpoena or obtain a warrant to retrieve much digital information contained in the cell phone cloud or storage from third-party providers, as opposed to collecting this information directly off the phone itself. However, for text messages and some other personal information, law enforcement must get this from the cell phone device itself. If the cell phone is password protected, this can be a difficult exercise for the police. If the police have a warrant to search and have the tools and skills necessary to bypass the passcode and basically hack into the phone, they will be able to collect all retrievable evidence on the phone. However, the police do not have the necessary hacking equipment to bypass the passcode. They will without a doubt ask the owner of the phone for the passcode. A person never has to give law enforcement the passcode information to their phone. The Fifth Amendment to the United States Constitution grants every person the privilege against self-incrimination. This means you do not have to say anything. A person should never help the police with a search of their cell phone. If asked for your passcode, advise law enforcement that you want an attorney and do not provide law enforcement with any information. A cell phone has a wealth of personal information about its owner. If the police have searched your cell phone without a warrant or your consent, your Fourth Amendment rights may have been violated. As such, it is important to seek experienced and competent legal counsel in this situation, like the attorneys at Huss Law. Call us today for a free consultation.